right, welcome everybody. We are here with Andover High School class of 2015 graduate Matt Meade. Matt, how are you doing today?
Doing good. Just in the office, it's a little bit of a throwback talking to you, but it feels good.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So let's jump right in here. First question for you. What's your current career? And maybe give us like a day-to-day of what you're working on and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, so I've actually been at a full-service agency called Team IFA. I'm working in the social media department there. So it's been about 2 months. So basically what that entails is every day we're handling our clients' social medias. So we're sourcing photos from team websites, workouts, anything like that, getting graphics up for the game days, and then also anything that they really want. We handle anything from game days to weddings to family events, anything that they want pictures for, we really handle. And then we also we create spreadsheets for things such as like analytics for the social media, comparing them to other athletes of their position, kind of seeing how they rank, what we can do better at for each, like Twitter, Instagram, anything that we can improve for them, we try to look at and do. And then we use those analytics to drive the brand marketing that we do for them and kind of partnering with different companies. So basically it's just all using that and trying to make as many connections for them as possible while being as, up to date as possible as well. It's very timely with the social media part.
That's pretty exciting stuff. Do you want to, I don't want to get you in trouble. Can we name drop anybody here or?
Well, the big name drop for this one is Adam Thielen for sure. That's one of our big name guys. Everyone should know him from around the area. But we also have guys like CJ Ham, Fadi Denable, and then other guys around the league like first round pick, Jonathan Allen for the Redskins, Tate Crowder, Tyler Johnson from the U of M. So guys like that all are part of our team, and those are the social media kind of clients that we handle. So
awesome, Matt. Awesome. So what's the best part of your job?
For me, it's the access and insight. Just kind of being able to now meet some of these players firsthand, get to know them on a personal level, and just get to work with them too. I think it's something that I've always envisioned and wanted to do, and now that's starting to come kind of to fruition. It's super cool to see, and just kind of just this area that I'm working in with sports, just making the connections and stuff. It's very fast paced, and that's another thing that I like. So everything about this industry and the people that I work with has been just really great.
So, I mean, that's I just can't help but smile, man. I'm so proud of you.
I know, man. I never would have thought, this day would be here, but just the path here was, pretty interesting. It's cool to see now. So
awesome. What about some of the challenges?
Definitely some challenges are just like the timeliness. You have to be very up to date, especially on game days and stuff. We have like certain times that we put stuff out on and like kind of what we expect for how long before something should be put up. So just making sure that you have things up to date, and then also being able to multitask, doing multiple things at once. And then also the last thing probably is just the competition. Honestly, we're one of the only agencies around this area, but still countries from around the whole United States are competing for our clients as well as we're competing for their clients. So it's a lot of pushing and pulling, making sure that they're comfortable where they're at, and then also trying to make sure that we can always look for more clients and stuff. So it's kind of an ever-changing world, but making sure that you keep your clients happy while also trying to add more at the same time is just something that is one of the harder things to do, but super fun too.
Yeah, that's definitely kind of an exciting give or take there too, So so students that maybe are interested in this path, what kind of skills or what kind of attributes should they be working on, or should they try to be improving upon to get into this field?
Yeah, I think one big thing is you have to be pretty social, and that's just not like around your coworkers. It's around the clients, connections that you make. I think just being a model that I use is faces and places. I think the more faces and the more places you go, will kind of bring you to more opportunities. So that's something that I pride myself in. So, and especially in this industry, just making sure that you're social, putting yourself out there, letting them know that you're ready to put in the work and to help the company out is something that's huge. And then also just making sure, like I said, being very timely and up to date. You don't want to put out photos a day later or hours later. You want to make sure that when something happens, like a highlight of a touchdown or something, you want up immediately. That's what garners the best attention, the best reaction. So those two things to me are things that stand out for a job like this.
Awesome. You mentioned your path a little bit, but can you give us your background and how you got to this current role?
Yeah, so I ended up choosing Mankato to go pursue a sports management degree. And through there, I actually started up a event planning company with two other friends of mine that I met at college. From freshman to senior year, these events turned from a little under 1,000 people to multiple thousands. So the turnout was really great. The students loved it. It was all student involved. So it was just a really good turnout. And through that, I was able to meet a lot of local restaurants and companies in the area. And that's actually how I met one of my coworkers here, Joe. He worked for a local Mankato photography company down there. We worked a couple events together. Next thing you know, I graduate, COVID hits. I thought I would have a job in March. It would have been a completely different area or just a different company. And those fell through. And I was having conversations with my buddy Joe, who we were the same grade. He had just started this job about a year ago, and he was saying that they're looking for someone to add on. Next thing you know, we have a couple conversations, and I have an interview, and now I'm here. So just kind of building that connection down at Mankato really led me to this job, and as well as my other game day job with the Vikings. So just my experiences down at Mankato and meeting people, making connections really were a strong part in where I am today.
Do you want to talk about the Vikings role at all?
Yeah, so actually my buddy, and you know him very well, Sam Steinvon, he started on with the Vikings game day position called the Black Jackets is our name. And so that entails basically working in clubs and suites for the Vikings on game days. And so he did that. We were one of the first NFL teams to implement this type of elite hospitality is how they term it. And it went very well. Obviously, there was some turnover after the first year. Sam asked me if I'd be interested. I said, of course. Just like this, I had another interview. One thing led to another. I've been having that job this would have been my third year. Obviously, with COVID, that changed things up a little bit. So that's on the back burner right now. But it's a great part-time job to have just on the games, making another area to make connections, working in a professional area like that and at a stadium like that has been awesome, and I love that job as well. So it's been super fun.
Connections and networking, right? I mean, that's everything.
Thing, man. It really is carries true to like what they say about, it's who you know, not what you know. Sometimes it's just crazy what the connections can do for you.
For sure. And then last but not least, what about your favorite Andover memory?
Oh man, I miss the old A-Town. I really enjoyed personally my whole senior year, having classes like OA, team sports, having you as a teacher, Fikes. I mean, all those things to me were great. I felt like we were given a little bit more freedom, and just kind of having that bonding moment with our senior class and our friends was just something that I look back on and really enjoyed. But also beating Anoka in football at their place was something that I'll always remember too. So it was a good time back then. But yeah, those two things for sure were some good times.
Awesome, Matt. Super proud of you. Awesome to see you doing so good. Thank you for spending some time with me and answering some questions. Good luck with everything.
Yeah, appreciate it, Figum. It's good to catch up with you. I hope all is well, and I look forward to catching up with you soon.
Yes, sir. Have a good afternoon.
You too.